Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could join me this Monday afternoon, September 11th, 2023. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become a successful currency trader. And hold on a second here. I just want to double check. Not sure we got sound going on here. Let me double check here. Well, it looks, let's see the little green thing popping up. Hold on, let me just double check before we get too far into it. Can you hear me? Can you type in the chat and tell me if you hear me? Someone? All right, perfect. Thank you, David. Sorry for the... Usually there's like a little green thing that shows me that the audio is working. So here at Forex Smart Trade, we teach people to currency trade using our proprietary trading indicators. Indicators have been around almost a quarter of a century and are very, very accurate. And generally, we found the most effective way to show you how accurate they are is just to let you try them and see for yourself. And these trading sessions are one of the means we use to show you, in addition to you just testing them out. But when you see somebody who does know how to use them, see how it works and see how they trade. So with that, let's jump into it. We first need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advanced written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades where we come online and walk you through our trades. And I do one Monday afternoon, which you're tuned into right now, and again Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern time. I also send out a daily trade setup every day around 4:15. And when you become a regular member, we do live trades every morning at 10 and every evening at 10. And one of the ways we're able to provide guaranteed funding for your trading is that we are continuously working with you and training with you, and making sure you're staying on the right track. So every Wednesday evening, we've got an advanced members meeting. Every Saturday morning, we are reviewing trade strategies. We have about a dozen, and taking questions so that you can be sharp and trade well. I work off of a little checklist that helps me make sure I don't forget anything. Every day I like to restart my green chart just to clear out the memory and pick up any updates that have happened. And they're continuously, tweaking things. It is good habit to, at the end of every trading day, to review your trades, specifically the ones that didn't go the way you wanted, and figure out why. And with our simulator, we can go back to the specific time where you took the trade and look at exactly what you were looking at and see what it was that you may or may not have missed. Sometimes we do, the trade setup was good and it just doesn't go our way. And that's about 20% of the time. But sometimes we make mistakes in reviewing those. Last week, we took a trade, and I forget what it's on now, but, I went back and looked. To me, the trade was good. There was another trade that we also took where I shouldn't have taken the trade. And when I went back and looked, I was wishing the trade. I didn't have the signal there. So it is good habit to go back and review. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action. And our indicators are very good at telling us which direction moves are moving. However, news does impact currency, and we want to know what that news is so we can trade around it. And one of the best places to get that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories: yellow, which is low impact; orange, which is medium impact; and red, which is high impact. So tonight in the middle of the night, 2 a.m. Our time or Eastern time, there's some red news on the pound. Any trade that we'll be taking, the overnight trade may hit this, but any other trade, the trade that we're going to do in this first 30 minutes should have closed well before then. I'll keep this in mind when I'm taking the overnight trade. So we've got kind of clear sailing. So let's go ahead and get into it. I am going to be trading off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard layout charts. It is what I call a composite chart. It's showing me 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour chart. And on this first chart, they're all US-based pairs. The trade I am doing is something called the 10-point trade. We've got a dozen different signals. This is my favorite. I like to do it off of a 1-hour chart, but you can do it off of any time frame. When I'm doing it off the 1-hour chart, I like to be 30 minutes into it. And on a 1-hour chart, a trade is going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot on this trade is about 11 pips. If I can squeeze 11 pips out and do that 3 times a day, I am making a very good living. And basically what I am trying to do is get everything to line up from all 3 sections of the chart. And when I do, that means I have I've got the highest probability of the trade doing what I want. And I'm going to start with the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and the minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. This black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where these lines are either below the oversold line. So that means the market's oversold. That's a good buying opportunity. And it is specifically a good buying opportunity when the lines are pointing up as they are now. So I'm looking for 3 things. One, that we are oversold, which we are, or overbought. This blue line is the overbought line. When we're overbought, I want the lines pointing down. Here we're oversold. They're pointing up. So 1, we're oversold. 2, all the lines are pointing up, and they are. And 3, the green line has crossed over the red, and the gray line has crossed over the black. So those are the 3 things I'm looking for. So that is the first part of the signal. I also like on this, even though it's not counting as a point, the steepness of the green line. The green line is greater than 45 degrees steep. And I like that they're all clustered too. And I like that the green line is just about to enter the channel. So those are 3 things that I like. When I see this, then I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many lines are telling me buy. And I want at least 3 of the lines telling me buy. So the thick orange is telling me buy. Thin orange is telling me sell. So only one of the 2 of the oranges. And the blues are inversely related. So when blue is going down, that means buy. So thick blue is telling me buy. Dotted blue is telling me sell. So I only have 2 of the 4 here. I want 3 of the 4 telling me buy. So without 3 of the 4 here, I don't have the signal. I continue. If I did have 3 of the 4 here, I would look down to the TNTs, and I'd want either both lines going up or the green line on top. So here I've got sideways pressure versus up pressure. And what makes it sideways is the green line's going up, the red line's going down. And it's very weak pressure because I've got the big gap between the lines. The strength of the pressure is increased by the closeness of the lines and by the slope of the lines. So weak sideways pressure. So I'm going to pass because I don't have the TNTs in favor. Euro USD. The green line's a little bit more than halfway. Usually I don't take anything more than halfway. Plus at this time of day, it is almost it's 9:30 to 10:30 in Europe, depending on where you are. So all their traders are at home. And it's the end of the day here in the US, at least on the East Coast. So neither of these markets are active. So on a 1-hour chart, I want it to be daytime in one of these markets, and it's not. Pound USD, oversold. Everybody's going up. I do have the double cross. The green is crossed over. The gray is crossed over. So 3 points here. But what I don't like is the slope of the green line is just maybe 45 degrees. And we've got a big gap here from where the green line ends to where the channel starts. I'd like it to be a little bit closer. And then interestingly here, I've got thick orange up telling me buy, the 2 blues down. So I've got 3 out of the 4 here. When I jump down to the pressure, I don't have the pressure. Both lines are going down, very weak down pressure. I want the lines either going up or the green line on top. So nothing there. USD Canadian dollar. We don't have agreement between the majors and minors. I want all the lines agreeing, so I'm not even going to do any more there. Again, dollar Swiss franc, no agreement between the lines, so I'm not going to do anything there. Dollar yen, it's approaching morning time in Japan. So this would be okay. Overbought, but I don't have everybody going down. The majors are sideways, the minors are coming down. So I want everybody coming down, so nothing there. So I've cloned this chart and made a second chart that I call 6 Major 2. On 6 Major 2, I have 6 more pairs, and these are non-US pairs. Euro pound, overbought, everybody's going down, double cross, red is on top, black's on top. So I got 3 points here. Thing that I don't like, 5 hours in Europe, so it's what is it, a quarter of quarter of 9, and quarter of 10. So it's non-prime time for either of these on a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, I'm expecting the move to happen in 3 hours, 1 to 3 hours. And if there's not much active trading activity, it's going to, we're not going to get that 10 pip move I'm looking for. So I've got the 3 points here. When I jump up to the TNTs, 2 orange lines coming down, 2 blue lines going up. So all 4 are telling me buy. I've got up pressure, but the red line is on top. So I've got 8 points here, 1 point here, 3 points here, and 4 points here. But because of the time of day, and this is the 1-hour chart, we're not going to take this chart. Australian dollar pound, it's entering morning time in both of these markets. Oversold, everybody's going up. And I've got the double cross. So I've got 3 points. We are just at the halfway mark. So I will consider that. I like that the slope is going from less steep here. There's a kink and then more steep. So 3 points. The TNTs, 3 points. Ooh. I can't quite tell if that dotted blue is going down. I think it is. Dotted blue going down. So that gives me 3 points. The 2 orange lines going up, the dotted blue going down. I have sideways pressure. Red lines going down, green lines going up, but the green line's on top. So 1 point here for the green line, 3 points here, and 3 points here. The 2 orange lines and the dotted blue. So when I get the minimum 7 points I'm looking for, which I've got, I then want to confirm the signal. And the way I'm going to confirm the signal is I'm going to open up a chart on the Australian dollar yen that has more time periods in it. So AUD JPY. And I want to look and see what the 2-hour and 4-hour are doing. And so here it's one pair, but I've got multiple time periods. And on the 2-hour, really what I'm looking for is to see that we're oversold. Doesn't have to be going up, but I want it oversold. And so we've got that here. It's touched the oversold line and starting to turn. But here we're overbought and it's going down. So I don't have agreement on the 2 and the 4-hour because this is telling me there's down in the movement. This would be okay if it was down here, because if it was down here, eventually it's going to turn. But it being up here, that's an ixnay. I don't want to take this trade because if this signal weakens, I want to pick up the trade off of the 2 and the 4-hour chart. And right now I can't do that because the 4-hour is overbought and going down. So we are going to pass on this trade. It didn't meet the confirmation standard that I like. So let's keep going. This would have been an okay trade because, as I said, it's going in the morning time in both of these markets. Euro Canadian dollar, we don't have agreement. The majors are going sideways. Minors are going up. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going up. And it looks like I got the double cross on the green and on the gray. And there's nice steepness in this green line. 2 orange lines going up. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 here. And, ooh, sideways pressure. Sideways pressure with red on top. What makes it sideways is the green is going up, but the red is only flat. If this red line were going up, we would have it. I'm thinking about whether I want to confirm this, even though we don't have the proper signal. I am going to see what else we have, but maybe we'll come back to this. I do like the steepness on the green line here. Pound yen oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. 2 oranges going up very steeply. Dotted blue coming down. So 3 of the 4 here. Weak down pressure, but green is on top. Green is on top. So let's see what we've got here. Great Britain pound, JPY. Let's do our confirmation again. Oops, what happened? Great Britain pound. Well, actually, we don't even have to go there. We can look right here. Nope, I'm not over. This is oversold on the 2-hour. But here we're in the middle of the channel. Here we're in the middle of the channel. I really want these lines down under the red line for my confirmation. So on the 1-hour chart, I am not going to take this. 1-hour chart, I am not going to take this. So let's keep looking. Euro Australian dollar. Euro Australian dollar. Sell. Overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross. Red's on top. Black's on top. I've got great. So I got 3 points. Plus, I've got great steepness on the green line. Plus, all the lines are clustered. The signal's a little stronger when all the lines are clustered. Oh, man. Thick orange is coming down, giving me a point. Thick blue is going up, giving me a point, but I only have 2 of the 4 points here. I want 3 of the 4. Now, can I create a trade rule where I could trade off of this? Yes, I can. But I know for us together, I want to take high probability trades. Now, if I saw this on the Euro USD and it was daytime, I might waive this requirement when I looked at the other when I'm doing my confirmation, because I trade that a lot and I'm kind of familiar with how it moves. I'm not familiar with how the Euro Australian dollar moves, and I don't want to take a chance. And it's much easier to not lose money, to skip a trade and not lose money, than to take a trade, lose money, and then have to catch up. So let's keep going. Let's look at our next group. Canadian dollar, yen, we don't have agreement. Euro, New Zealand dollar. So this was similar to the Euro Australian dollar. They look very similar. So overbought 1, everybody going down 2, double cross 3, good steepness on the green line, clustered lines positive. And again, on the TNTs are exactly the same. Thick orange going down, thin orange going up, and the reverse on the blues. Thick blue going up, dotted blue going down. So we only have 2 of the 4, and we do have the pressure. So I'm going to pass. Pound New Zealand dollar. We don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Minors going up, majors still going down. New Zealand dollar, yen, we don't have agreement. Minors going down, majors going up. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross. Again, we don't have agreement on the TNTs. I only have 2 of the 4. Thick orange is going up. Thin orange is going down, so only 1 of the 2. Thick blue going down, telling me buy. Dotted blue going up, telling me sell, so nothing there. And we don't have agreement here on the Euro Swiss franc. So let's go to the last one. Dollar Canadian. We have the 3 points here. Oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross. I don't like that the green line, the steepness of the green line is like, it looks like a little less than 45 degrees, and we got this big gap here. Thick orange is going up. The two blue lines are going down. So I've got 3 out of the 4 here, but I've got very weak down pressure. I do not have both the red line and the green line are going down. I need either the green line on top or both of these going up. So I don't have that hit there. Swiss franc, yen, overbought, still going up. Euro, yen, overbought. Miners are going up. Both are actually kind of going up. Disagreement on the pound Australian dollar. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc oversold. We have the 3 points here, but this is really sideways. The green line is less than 45 degrees, so I'm not going to take it. When the green line is less than 45 degrees, I pass. And the Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, we don't have agreement. All right, so I'm going to change it up. And see if we have a little scalp trade here. So I'm changing the strategy that I'm using and using a scalp strategy. This scalp strategy, and as I said, we've got about a dozen different trade signals. This one's called the thick orange line, and it takes a look at what the thick orange line is doing. And this line is a scaled line. When it's as low as it can go, this number is at 0. When it's as high as it can go, this number is at 10. So I am looking for this number to be either 0 or 10, or within 1. And this trade works when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour on the 1 hour chart. So I don't have it here. I don't have it here. I'm looking for 0 or 1. No, not 0 or 10. Not 0 or 10, not 0 or 10. So let's go to the next group. Not 0 or 10, not 0 or 10. No, no, no. Almost. I want this number to be 0 or 10 or within 1. It was at 8.9. Now it's dropped down a little bit. So nothing there. Let's go to the next. 5, no. 9, yes. So see how high he is? So when I see this is at 9 or better, that's telling me that it thinks there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, it's time to sell. But I want to confirm that by looking at the position of where the majors are. And the majors are oversold and going up. So this is telling me, hey, there's a lot more up in the movement. This is telling me, hey, there's no more up in the movement. So I don't have agreement. So with no agreement, I'm going to pass. 2 isn't close enough. 8 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 0.5 is close enough. Orange line's down here. So that's telling me it doesn't think there's any up in the movement. So now I'm going to look at where the majors are, and I want these lines to be down here, down below the red line. This is telling me, hey, there's more down in the movement. So I don't have agreement between these two. So let's go to our last one. 7, not close enough. 8.9, not close enough. I want it to be 9 or better. 10, yes. So this is telling us no more up in the movement. But look where my majors are. They're in the middle of the channel sideways. I want them to be up here above the blue line. And when that happens, it's like pulling a rubber band. When the candle changes at the top of the hour, there's going to be a little snap, and that's good for 5 pips. So 3's not good, or 4's not good enough. 3's not good enough. 3's not good enough. All right, so we've gone through 24 pairs twice with 2 different signals and didn't see a setup tonight. And that sometimes happens, but we only need 2 or 3 setups a day. So now when the hour changes in 30 seconds, we're going to switch over and do my overnight trade. My overnight trade, rather than do it off of an hour chart, I am going to do it off of a day chart, the day chart. And basically, this is a modified version of the 10-point trade. And I am looking to see what the green line is doing. And if we got 7 seconds left. So when this clicks to the next hour, this chart has been formed over 23 hours. And based on what this line is doing, that tells me if I can squeeze 11 pips off the Euro USD. And right now, this is telling me I can. And when I see this, I want to confirm it with the 12-hour chart and the 8-hour chart. So here on the 12-hour chart, green line is going up. So that's telling me buy. And it is also telling me buy on the 8-hour chart. So all three, the 8, the 12, and the 10 are telling me buy. So we're going to go ahead and 4 is also telling me buy. 2 is telling me buy. 1 is kind of coming down. But these 3 are telling me buy. So we're going to go ahead and take a buy on the Euro USD for 11 pips. So you can do that on your simulator, or you can take it on your MetaTrader 4. This is a demo account. It's got $8,200 in it. So I am, here's Euro USD. I'm going to go to new order. My lot size or volume is going to be based on how much is in my account. I have got I've got $8,200 in here. So I can move this over 4 spots, and my lot size should be 0.82. So it can be anywhere from half of 0.82 all the way to double, which would be 1.6. So I'm going to put 0.82 in here and click market buy. It records the buy. Down here, I right click on it. It opens up this little menu. I left click on modify, and we're going to take 11 pips. 11 pips is 110 points. When I click this little blue button here and I have the points up here, it does the math for me. So it's figured out where my take profit is. We're going to use just a little bit over a 3-to-1. We're going to use 35 pip stop loss or 350 points. Click the red button. It does the calculation. And then I click this blue modify button, and it records the trade, and it puts in my stop loss and take profit and stop loss. Let's go ahead and take a look at the pound yen. All right, so the pound yen is telling me sell on the day chart, telling me sell. It's oversold, but telling me sell. Now, on the 1-hour chart, on the 10-point trade, I don't take a sell when we're oversold. On the day chart, I can take a sell on the over. We can squeeze out the number of pips. Now, when I go to the confirmation, though, 12-hour is oversold and the green line's going up. 8-hour is almost oversold and the green line is going slightly down. Because I don't have this, I'm not gonna take the sell trade. I'm not gonna take the sell trade. 4 hours going up, 2 hours going down, 1 hour is going up. So since I don't have consistency between the 12 and the 1, really I want consistency on the 1, the 12, and the 8, we're going to pass on this. So tonight we took 1 buy trade, and I expect this to close in the next 6 to 12 hours on the Euro USD for with a take profit of 1.07606, 1.07606. I'm writing that down, 107,606, and a stop loss of 1.07147. Stop loss of 1.07, Since we have not taken a second trade, I'm going to go ahead and double up on this trade. I'm going to go ahead and double up on this trade because I like it. I like it. When I do double up, you're going to see that our margin is going to go down to just under 1,000. And that's about as low as I want to get it. So I can have two open trades when I use this formula for the lot size. So I'm going to go ahead and take another buy. And I'm going to use the same stop loss and take profit. So we said 107, 606. So I'm just going to adjust these numbers. 606 and 107, 147, 147. All right. So you've got the trade for tonight. I will be sending out those coordinates in just a minute if you didn't catch them. And we will be doing this again tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. If you want to change your financial situation, currency trading is a great way to do it. It has changed my life. We are so confident that it can change yours. We'll let you trade with our money. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.